99.3 Nigeria Info.
Did the EFCC use excessive force against Okorocha? Did the EFCC use excessive force against Okorocha? Why is child abuse and violence so pervasive in our schools? I feel like I ask that question all the time, but I need to continue to ask. Will the Lagos State Parks and Garages Management Committee obey the court? Those are the big three. Lagos, let's talk. Our first story is the EFCC's dramatic raid on the home of Senator Rochas Okorocha to arrest him. You've probably seen the videos by now. They are all over social media. But if you haven't seen them, I'm playing it for you right now on our live stream. We're streaming live on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3, YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. If you cannot watch, you can surely listen.
They're coming through the ceiling. They're breaking the ceiling. They're coming through the ceiling. Look at this. Look at this. There is somebody without any document. Look at them. Look at them.
If you're watching live, you're seeing EFCC agents trying to enter Okorocha's home through the ceiling. You can actually see them break the POP trying to get into his house. Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3. YouTube, Nigeria Info FM.
This is how EFCC is coming in to pick somebody who has not done anything.
People, please come for my rescue. Come and help me, my Lord, my God. 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 Come and help me, my Lord, my Lord, my Lord, my God. No. Thank you, mighty God. Okay. Thank you. Can I open this door?
Don't you open it?
No. As I hitting that thing, just to give peace.
I'm like,
you're seeing footage after footage of Okorocha's home being invaded. Our live stream is Nigeria Info 99.3. You can watch it for yourself there. You can see Rochas Okorocha on the floor alongside his family members praying, asking for help. It's right there. YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3.
power belongs to God. All power belongs. Power belongs to God. Power belongs to God. In heaven and it's enough. They should come in. Mommy said they should come in. Daddy said you should come in. You guys, Daddy said they should come in. Hold on, my you should come in.
You're watching the Nigeria police force trying to disperse the crowds, gathered at Rochas Okorocha's house. All of this happened while Nigeria watched on social media. Lagos, I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. The EFCC has issued a statement explaining the raid and the arrest. The statement reads, quote, operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC on May 24th, 2022 arrived at the Maitama Abuja home of a former governor of Imo State, Senator Rochas Okorocha, to effect his arrest. The move followed the refusal of the former governor to honor invitations after jumping the administrative bail earlier granted him by the commission. EFCC had on January 24th, 2022 filed a 17-count criminal charge bordering on diversion of public funds and properties to the tune of 2.9 billion naira against Okorocha. The case was assigned to Honorable Justice Inyang Ekwe of the Federal High Court Abuja, but attempts to arraign Senator Okorocha were twice stalled owing to the absence of the ex-governor who evaded service of processes. At the last adjourned date, March 28th, 2022, Justice Ekwe, before adjourning until May 30th, 2022, had warned that it was the last adjournment I shall grant in this matter. In the circumstances, the commission is left with no option than to effect the arrest of Senator Okorocha and bring him to trial. So the AFCC is saying that since Okorocha allegedly jumped bail, refused repeatedly to show up in court, they had no choice but to go and get him. But Okorocha's lawyer is accusing the agency of violating his client's human rights. Ola Olanikbekun said, quote, before now, there were issues on the grounds that there were extant court orders restraining arrest, restraining interrogation. There are court orders made by the Federal High Court in Abuja and Port Harcourt restraining interrogation on this matter. So what I have sought to do is to ask, were there letters for the invitation? There are none. Were there any warrant for arrest? There is none. Are there court processes to be served? There are none. In fact, processes of court are served by court officials who are the bailiffs of the court. If you caught him committing an offense, then you could arrest him there and then. Do you have a warrant of arrest? No one is available in this case. You can invite him, write to him, even call him on the phone and ask him to oblige you to come. Agree to a date and the gentleman will show up. All this siege is unnecessary. I therefore say it's a breach of the fundamental rights of citizen Rochas Okorocha and it has to stop. End quote. We're still showing you that footage on our live stream. Facebook Nigeria Info 99.3, YouTube Nigeria Info FM. Our number is 0700-993-993-993. So there seems to be some disagreement between both sides about whether there was a prior court summons. Separate from all of that, some Nigerians are debating whether or not the style of the arrest was warranted. I'm looking right now at footage of the EFCC agents breaking the POP ceiling of Rochas Okorocha's home and trying to stomp in through the roof. One side of the argument you have are those who are questioning the level of force the EFCC used to enter the compound. You saw in the third video that I showed you the guns that were being shot into the air to chase the crowds out of Okorocha's compound. So you have those who are saying that this is similar to EFCC raids that we've seen in hotels and apartment complexes. We've discussed that issue quite a few times here on Hard Facts. I even had the EFCC spokesperson on here to talk about those raids. So for some Nigerians, the raid on Okorocha's house is yet one more example of EFCC's allegedly lawless approach to investigations and searches and raids and arrests. But for other Nigerians, the EFCC has done nothing wrong. They point to Okorocha's ongoing court case. So for them, this wasn't some random raid. Okorocha was more than just a suspect. He's actually accused of a crime and the case is in court. And if he allegedly is not cooperating with the court and the EFCC, then they feel, the people who think that the EFCC has done nothing wrong, they feel that it's perfectly okay for the EFCC to use force to bring Okorocha in. Those are the two sides of the argument. But then again, I have to ask you, was there a need for the gunshots? Was there a need for storming his house through the roof? I'm showing you that video. It's on our live stream right now. I can see the leg of one of the agents trying to come down through the roof. Our live stream is Nigeria Info 99.3. That's on Facebook. YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. But what do you think about all of this? Women, call me on 01465-7190. We'll keep showing you that video until we finish our first story on today's Big Three. 01465-7190, 0700-993-993. Hello, thanks for calling us. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel I'm calling from the Ibobo.
Emmanuel, welcome. Go ahead.
Honestly, Okorocha deserves what he was getting, honestly. Even the lawyer is claiming that they haven't seen any letter from EFCC. But for the fact that...
Oh, that's unfortunate. Call back if you can. 99.3, hello. Sorry about that. Call back if you can. 99.3, hello.
Hey, Sandra.
Good to have you on the show, sir. What's your name?
My name is Kelvin. Sorry you caught me there.
Oh, it's okay. Welcome.
I don't like that noise at all.
It's okay. Welcome. Go ahead.
Yes, Sandra, what a thing I saw yesterday.
Right.
You know, I thought I was watching a James Bond movie. You know, the issue is very clear. You had a case with the EFCC. You ignore invitations. You were invited on several occasions. You ignored that. You did not come. At the end of the day, you stay put in your house, and you are praying and calling on. Which God are you calling to now? On what God are you calling on God to do what? Some of us that have witnessed some of this raiding, I know how the raiding happened now, because as a Konakuta man that I've been in the shrine several times, when they came to pick fella, we were there. I know how raiding happened. You understand? So, for me, he progressed in error, you know. But my concern is this. How do we stop money? Because the system that allows some of money that to just miss from the system is a very flawed system. How do we checkmate this system that will stop money from being misappropriated just like that? 80 billion naira, 2.7 billion naira money will just miss. I think it is better for us to checkmate and stop this system, this kind of things from happening in our system, than for it to happen later. We're not having all these kind of shows and dramas and things that we saw yesterday. So we should, EFCC and the grant agencies should do more. Maybe the next government coming in should, for all these financial aspects, to tell us how to checkmate money from being taken from the cover, just like that. From there, we'll start making headway. But you should go and face the law. You should go and face it.
All right. Thank you, Kevin, for calling. AB is in Ikorodu. Hi, AB. AB has left the line. AB, call back if you can. If you just tuned in, I played video after video after video of the Okorocha ordeal from yesterday. We're still playing it for you on our live stream. Our live stream is Nigeria Info 99.3 on Facebook, Nigeria Info FM on YouTube. Hello. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, hello, Sandra.
Welcome.
This is Bessie on the line.
Welcome.
Yes. I want to comment on Okorocha's arrest.
Yes.
Yes, for me, I think the reason they did this is well known to all of us.
Okay.
The reason is because he called the meeting for the Igbo governor.
Okay.
That is the reason. It's for us to know what they are doing, to open our eyes, because this is too much. I'm not from that place, but I believe that is why they did that.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Daniel Isibo on Facebook says, any commission that makes arrest can, in a case of necessity, break into a home facility to arrest a suspect who is proving some sort of resistance to arrest. Rochas declined their invitations. He deserves it. All right. We've got Ashua Ju Boduri and Yobami, who says Okorocha's arrest is in line with his current case before the EFCC. Let the fact be said, this is a person who wants to be a Nigerian president who cannot obey a court order but by other injunctions to evade. Well, that comment has run away. I'll come back to it. Comrade Ikechukwu is on the line. Hi, comrade.
Auntie,
Gozikwagi.
Auntie, EFCC, they embarrass me and they embarrass the image of Nigeria citizens. They are not supposed to enter those stealing. And if I were EFCC, I would have to start a party as they have entered the gate and waited for him not to enter stealing now. It's uncalled for now. Okorocha did not do well in Imo State, but you cannot start selling no matter anything. Concerning the teacher that flogged somebody to death. Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you.
She's going to jail. Concerning the court that says they cannot collect money again from Lagos. Thank you. I support the court because the one our auditor, our accountant general collected, we not see. The man that is running for rivers, now so they collect. So tomorrow, that's why I say ASU should continue their strike until they pay them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Comrade Ikechukwu, for calling. We've got Obioma joining us from the U.S. Obioma, how you doing?
I'm good, Sandra. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Sandra, what we saw yesterday was a show of shame, unbelievable. Someone who is vying for the president of Nigeria could not submit himself to the law. By the way, Sandra, do we have any of those protesters or those who came into the compound? Do you have any one of them arrested? I think there should be a law, which I know, like in US here, if you're interfering with activities of law enforcement, you get arrested and you go to jail for it. Again, Nigeria police or security agencies, they should learn to cuddle off any vicinity they want to do any operation. People shouldn't get close to that place at least 5 meters. They should be far so that you can do your operation very easy and get out of that place. It was a show of shame. How could you allow people, women, singing praises of him, distracting your job? It's not done anywhere. Let him go face the law. That's it. He should be ashamed of himself, calling on God of things that is not necessary. Guilty conscience, they say, fears no accusation.
All right. Thank you very much, Obioma, for calling us. Now, before we take a break, we have information to share with you, yes?
What's up, Lagos? How are you doing? Feta here. I have gist for you. So now, Number is saying that if you mean business, you have to sign up with them right about now or right now. So why Number, if you're asking, is because it provides access to tools that simplify your payment and drive your business growth. Now, you don't have to watch your money walk away anymore because you can now receive all forms of payment like cash, cards, or transfers and view them on one unified dashboard real time. If it sounds too sophisticated to you, I'm wondering why, because it's for everybody. It doesn't have to sound too big. Number is for everyone, from big retailers to the malam on your street, from the posh restaurant to the body seller. All you have to do is sign up. Visit our website on www.number.com. That's NOMBA, or call us on 018885088, or take the number again. It's 018885008 to learn more.
All right. Thank you very much. You've heard from Number. Now let's hear from some of our other clients. Don't go away, Lagos.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Plenty people they do business, but not be everybody mean business. The people wey mean business, they know they ever say no to money, cash, card, or even transfer. These kind ones, any business opportunity, then they grab up with them full chest. And then they chook eye only on top of this way make sense. Like a people, cash flow, and how every other thing take they complete. Not be say them only know what thing that they do. They know their numbers and the mean business. With the number, you mean business. Enter our website will be www.number.com to take it for start.
This is Digital Life.
The mandate of the Bureau is to implement the Nigeria Data Protection Regulation.
How do you ensure that third-party places that are not the individuals who registered cannot access that information?
Somebody going out to take a loan from a company, and then you don't read the details.
Inventors and inventions.
John, Emmanuel says you designed the phone you're using at the moment. Is that true?
Yes, that's true. I designed a phone called Mi 40 Pro. 512 gigabyte internal memory and then 12 gig RAM.
Wow.
Tech heads and data.
And there are some applications, when you are making use of them, they will tell you for permission access to your phone. Some of these applications actually record your voice conversations. It's also part of their terms and conditions.
Join us on Digital Life every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon, only on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest football fan festival in Nigeria is back. It's Goal Fest 2022. Featuring exhilarating games, food, comedy, live music by some of the best Nigerian music superstars. And you can watch the UEFA Champions League finals on a super huge screen. Goal Fest 2022 will take place on the 28th of May 2022 at the Balmoral Convention Center, Federal Palace Hotel, Amadu Bello Way, VI Lagos. Time at 12 noon. Hurry now. Limited tickets available. Get your free tickets now at www.goalfestnigeria.com. Goal Fest 2022 is powered by Football Republic and refreshed by Pepsi.
Many people are in business, but not everyone means business. The people who mean business never say no to money, cash, card, or transfer. These ones grab business opportunities with their full chest. Keep an eye on things that matter like people, cash flow, and how it all adds up. They do not only know their onions, they know their numbers. They mean business. With Number, you mean business. Visit www.number.com, that is NOMBA, number.com to get started.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. A 12-year-old boy is dead, and his father blames a teacher who flogged him. That's our second story. Emmanuel Amidu was a JS2 student at Simple Faith Schools, Agbara. This story hit me because Emmanuel could have been any of these kids that we've been celebrating here on I Beg to Differ. Emmanuel's father, Akinola, says he got a call from the school 2 Thursdays ago that his son was sick and vomiting and he should come. He was surprised because Emmanuel was a day student and he had been just fine when he left the house a few hours ago. Akinola says when he got to the school, he found out that Emmanuel's math teacher had beaten him and almost the entire class for not completing their maths homework. Allegedly, after the beating, Emmanuel started sleeping in the class and then woke up vomiting. Akinola took his son to Luth, and that's where his son died. By the way, the father says that he saw his son trying to do the math homework the night before. The boy was using his dad's phone as torch because they did not have electricity for days. Akinola said that Emmanuel had to stop working because Akinola needed his phone back. But back to the death of this young boy. The school principal acknowledges that a teacher indeed flogged the students, but says no permanent harm was intended. But again, this brings back the question, does corporal punishment have a place in Nigerian schools? Since it's obvious that so many teachers don't seem to be able to administer it carefully. Nigeria is frustrating. Everyone's angry. And you find a lot of people taking out that anger on people they are more powerful than. Police with citizens, teachers with pupils. But beyond corporal punishment itself, let's talk about safety of our children in schools. In the last few months, we have seen so many cases of children suffering various types of violence and abuse and danger in schools. We had most recently the case of the Christland School with school chaperones leaving them unattended in Dubai, which led the students to behave in sexually inappropriate ways with each other. Before that, we had the case of Sylvester Oromoni, who died. His family claims bullies beat him and forced him to drink deadly substances. The school claims it was a football injury. But again, should a football injury go untreated to the point that it kills? We also had the case of the boy who was sexually assaulted in a Deeper Life school in Uyo. So many others that I'm forgetting right now. It's not the first case of a child dying allegedly after corporal punishment. I remember another school here in Lagos where they hit the student on the head for not doing an assignment, and he put his head on the desk and died from there. A child should be as safe in school as they are at home, if not safer. Why then are we seeing so many incidents where children in school are exposed to unacceptable danger, to unacceptable injury, even death? What is it about the way we manage our schools that is leading to these unacceptable outcomes? Women, call me on 01465-7190, 01465-7190. Men, call me on 0700-993-993, 0700-993-993. And yes, you can still talk to me about our very first story, the Rochas Okorocha arrest yesterday. Do you think it was excessive? Do you think it was necessary because they just couldn't reach Rochas? 99.3, hello. Thanks for calling us. Hello. Thanks for calling.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Yeah, my president.
Good to have you on the show. What's your name, sir?
Good afternoon, ma. This is Chris.
Hi, Chris. Welcome.
Yeah, system advisor. President Sandra.
Okay.
When this guy was the governor in Imo State, I'm familiar with Imo. Even the rural like where he come from. This guy was like a lord. Oh. The streets of property.
Chris, your line is not very clear. I don't know what's happening with Chris's line these days. 99.3, hello. Sorry about that. Call back if you can. 99.3, hello.
Hello.
Good to have you on the show, sir. What's your name?
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me? Sorry about that. Call back if you can. 99.3, hello.
Hello, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, ma'am?
My name is Ivy.
Ivy, welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to comment on the case of students not being safe in school.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Okay. From my own understanding and with the experience I've gotten over the years that I've been sending my children to school, I am of the opinion that our schools, our teachers are not doing well. They are not committed to their jobs. Okay. And that is why some of these things are happening, if not all of these things are happening.
Okay.
Including the case of what happened at Dubai. Personally, I blame the teachers that went with those children.
Okay.
But maybe that is just my opinion because everybody is looking at the moral angle or the upbringing of the girl and all of that. But if the teachers that went with them to Dubai have done their due diligence, have done their duties, with utmost care, that incident would never have happened. Right. That is my opinion.
Right.
And then, of course, the boy has died, but these are things that keep happening. Because the teachers, I don't know whether, like you said, it's frustration or just lack of commitment to their job. One thing I found out is that majority of them would rather not be teachers. So they don't have the passion for the job. They don't have the passion for the children, particularly these rich schools. I came to the point where I told myself that these teachers actually hate these children. They don't care. They actually don't care. I don't want to begin to give personal experience. I've had to withdraw my child and change his school like it was so urgent, it was an emergency because he was being bullied by his teacher.
Right.
So we get to see so many things, and it's just not fair on parents that are paying school fees, paying so exorbitantly, because at the end of the day, you're not getting value for money, really. So it's really, really sad, and I really wish that something can be done about it. It's just because our government are not up and doing. Otherwise, these things should not be happening like that, like this. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling us. 99.3, hello. Hello. All right, sorry about that. Call back if you can. We seem to be having some technical wahala with the phone lines there. I do hope that it can be sorted. We've got Chris on the line. Hi, Chris.
Hello.
Hello.
Finally. Hello.
Hello, I can hear you. Go ahead.
As I was saying, he deserves what he got. I'm telling you,
Who deserves what he got?
The former governor of Imo State, Rochas.
Okay.
Yes, he deserves it because those guys around January, I listened to him on radio now when he was calling the president. The president should call EFCC to order. For what? They give you what did they call that bill? They give them executive whatever bill. Then they invited you. They got there about 6 a.m. Announced their president. You refuse to come out, and you and your children are calling God, merciful God, to do what? Let him face the music. Every one of them, the president and the EFCC should go after them. Any method they want to use to get these guys, let them get them. Then for that teacher, like that madam said, they don't have passion anymore. I think most of them have problems. But when you have problems, don't bring it to the society or to the school. Keep it to yourself. Please, I'm begging them. They should try and do the right thing. After it says to tell on everybody who do one or two funny things. That's what he's telling on Okocha now, after Rocha, after effect.
All right. Thanks for calling us. 99.3, hello? Hello?
Hello.
Thanks for calling. What's your name?
Sandra.
Good afternoon.
Yes, my name is Onyeka. I'm on transit.
Okay.
What I want to say about the school system is not actually that the teachers don't have the interest or passion for teaching. The parents go are the real problem in the school system now.
Okay.
Check it out. The influence of parents in the school, they have distorted the process of schooling. They have infringed in every aspect of training the students. So these people, saddled with the responsibility of doing this are now weak. They can't do otherwise. When my children were to do class 6, the normal school this is 6334. 633. Now it has been changed. You will now see them forcing the school to accept the children, do common entrance as class 4 and all that. I wanted my children to do classes, but unfortunately, there is no classes per se. They were like, but if you want them to, the attitude, everything, it will not be like they will arrange that classes only for your child if you so desire it. Because they will make it that every child will terminate at class 5. And when you look at these children, they are still tiny. But why are we all rushing, making it happen? Why will a parent go to school to entice a teacher to pass his child at nursery 1, kindergarten, and doing all sorts of things? Then when the children misbehave and they are disciplined, parents will go to school and make the teachers feel like, who are you to beat my child and all of that? So in so doing, they have distorted the whole thing. So when the children are not behaving anyhow, they leave the child to be like that. I know, because I know what I'm always talking with them when I get to school. And I hate to attend their parent-teacher thing because I know my own opinion will be different. So I don't attend. So the parents were the problem in the school system. I'm telling you, it's not them. If you leave them, they will take care of those children.
But in a situation,
in the classroom because of circumstances, no job, and they decide to end up in teaching. Those ones can be taken care of. That's what the government will do for us. But the real problem right now facing the children at school, the causes are from us, the parents.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. But again, you have a child, a 12-year-old who is dead. That 12-year-old was beaten by their teacher, and that child allegedly got sick after the beating and died shortly afterwards. In situations like that, what have the parents done wrong exactly? I know that I made it a wider conversation, but it's not just the conversation about, how are the teachers treating them while they are in school as far as their morals are concerned, as far as discipline is concerned. But it's also about, how is the discipline itself happening? Because remember that I asked, corporal punishment, does it still have a place in Nigerian schools, since it is obvious that so many teachers don't seem to be able to administer corporal punishment carefully? 99.3. Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for calling. What's your name?
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Vivian.
Vivian.
I'm actually on Lekki Tollgate.
All right. Welcome. Go ahead.
Okay, so I actually disagree with your last caller saying that parents are the fault. Please, I want to ask, is it parents that caused the death of the boy?
To me, no teacher have the right to beat my child. You cannot even try it with me. If my child did something wrong, of course there are subtle punishments you can give to a child, but raising your hand on a child when it's not yours, you know there is a different. The beating is always different from a parent and from an outsider. The beating is always different.
Right.
If a child has wronged a teacher, there are other corporal punishments you can give. But you see that beating on Mbao, they should not even try me. Have a nice day.
All right. Thank you very much. They should not even try me, she says. 99.3. Hello.
Excellent. Hello.
Good to have you on the show. What's your name?
Excellent. All right. My name is Dio.
Dio, welcome. Go ahead, Dio.
Thank you. All right. Now, I think we need a summit. It's so painful that
Who's
this
we?
boy is gone.
Who's we?
Yes, we.
Who?
Yes. We, parents, teachers. I unfortunately bastardized the word stakeholders. So I try to run away from it because of Nigerian politicians.
Okay.
You know, but everybody, we need to sit down and talk.
Right.
Because from the primary to the secondary to the tertiary level, there's a problem. And you know, we can isolate the teachers, neither can we isolate the parents from problems happening in the society. The pressure is intense and it's unfortunate.
Right.
It's unfortunate. The weakest link in our society is taking the brunt of the pressure. If you don't have a way to have a conversation that isolates what the problem is and how we see the low-hanging fruit, and we begin to tackle this problem, this thing is going to continue to fester. These are just signals, and it's the signals of more daring and shocking things that we're going to unearth, and it's going to come more because the pressure is getting more intense by the day. I don't know if you get my point.
I get your point, yeah.
So, as it is right now, it is really, because it guts me greatly, especially the fact that the boy is gone.
He's dead, yeah.
And then when you pivot back to the Sylvester thing, that boy is also gone.
Yeah.
Then the other children have also been psychologically damaged as a result of, and if you look at it, at the end of the day, a child is meant to be safe in school. That child was delivered to the school safely.
Yeah.
We should localize the conversation. We shouldn't even begin to dither. No, let us localize it. He got to school safe. He's meant to get home safe. It's a different thing if there's a total an infestation in school and then everybody needs to get home. Now, I don't know if I can speak about the Okorocha thing.
Yes, you can.
It is very sad and very sickening. When I saw the video, like my older kid was asking me, Daddy, what's going on here? What is it? All the drama and all whatnot. It is sad. Watch somebody with the quality of the way this guy comes across and what he did, the kind of affliction he brought to bear on the state that he governed. Let the folks who live in Imo, let them call in and tell you what he did there, and the level of greed that he brought to bear. Let me just leave it here and see. I don't. Well, all right.
Okay, thank you. Our third story is about commercial vehicle levies. The Federal High Court Ikoyi has stopped the Lagos Parks and Garages Committee and all transport unions from collecting any dues and levies from commercial drivers until it can rule on a case against them. The case was brought by the newly formed Transport Union Society of Nigeria, TUSN. The TUSN is suing the Parks and Garages Committee, the NURTW, RTEAN, Nigerian Association of Road Transport Owners, NATO, and the Lagos State Government. TUSN says none of these organizations should have a right to assess levies on its members or to seize their vehicles or otherwise harass them for not paying. The court has agreed to hear the case, so TSN filed an ex parte order asking them to suspend all levies until there is a judgment. The court asked all the defendants to file their reasons why the order shouldn't be granted. None of them filed, so the court has now granted the order. And what I want to know is what you think about this development. I also want to know how those of you on the road and in the parks today are seeing the enforcement of this? Is the order being obeyed yet? I've already read comments saying that almost they're still collecting money on the road. So if you're a driver, have the unions and the parks committee stopped hooking commercial vehicles for levies? If you entered a bus today, did you enter a bus today? Did they collect a wool from them on the roads? You can't remember. Okay. So if you entered a bus today or a taxi today, how far? These levies, have they been collected today? Is that still ongoing? I'm going to be asking this question every day, by the way, so get ready to be answering these questions for me. Let's speak with Kende. Kende, who's calling us from Finland. Hi, Kende.
Hi, Sandra.
Welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I want to talk about the case of the boy and the school organization itself.
Yes.
For me, I think there needs to be a standard set by all parties concerned, parents, teachers, school organizations, government alike.
Okay.
Because you can't say that you take away discipline from the school, and at the same time, you can't allow a child to be flogged in that way to the point of death. I think the pressure is on the teachers, one.
Okay.
The pressure is on the kids, and the school organization are not doing anything to help. I tell you, for example, someone talked about rushing your child through school. Of course, we know the situation of the country caused that. But here, you don't start primary school until you are 7. A child goes to daycare until he or she is 7 years old before he starts school or she starts school. And he's going to finish his university education before the age of 21 because the system has been structured not to overpressure the students, the kids, the students. Because now I tell you, I've been a teacher when I was in Nigeria, particularly in the school you mentioned that went to Dubai.
Oh, okay.
And when you mentioned, yes, in Christland, when you talked about that the teachers were not doing enough, I just laughed here because if you knew what we did, if you know what we go through to ensure that each of these students don't misbehave, you would pity us. Because, like it was said, there 6 rounds per day to ensure that these students are in their rooms, that they are not misbehaving, things that are enhanced by their parents. Because on a normal day, you set rules and standards, but the parents disobey those rules and standards because they want their kids to be all well taken care of. 6 rounds. I've been in this kind of situation before. I don't sleep because I'm thinking that one of these students has gone out to go and do something, to go and keep checking. And take for example, as a parent, you are watching over 2 kids, and in under your care, those 2 kids are still misbehaving. Now imagine you have 20 students, 20 kids, all under one teacher at times in a class. Imagine the kind of unruliness you have. So when people blame teachers, I just laugh because you need to put yourself in that situation. I've been in the situation in the school where a teacher tried to talk to a student. The student told the teacher, "You are mad." What did the parent do? The parent came because the teacher rebuked the child. The parent came to come and attack the teacher. So I think there needs to be a standard set for what disciplinary actions needs to be taken so that everybody knows what we are doing. Not that someone comes and because also I don't blame the teachers also because the school organization wants every teacher to give assignments to the kids. Maths must have assignment, English must have assignment, science must have assignment, business studies must have assignment, and each of the assignments must be done by the kids. Come on, what are we doing? Do we want to kill them?
Can I ask a question? So in the country where you're in, let's say that the same scenario happens. So in Finland, if a teacher is talking to a student and the student says you're mad, what does the teacher do? What's the standard there? What are the options for the teacher?
So what happens is this. So there are standards already. So what the teacher does is that it creates already the behavioral pattern of that child. Sends a message directly immediately to the school head and to the parent of that child that this is how your child behaves today.
So the teacher will not. So the teacher will not slap
no,
the child
no,
or anything.
No, of course, this is not allowed. That's why I said. That's why I said in Nigeria we need to sit down and create a standard. What kind of disciplinary measures we want to take? So what happens is that they carry everybody along immediately. Once the child shows a certain behavioral pattern, you see the teacher taking a log, a record of what is happening, how that child is behaving.
And sending it to the school and the parents. Kende, thank you so much for calling us. We'll take a break. When we come back from this break, I'll take more of your thoughts from social media, try and squeeze in a few calls as well. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, Ezekwesili on social media. This is Nigeria Info 99.3. You're listening to the Big Three. Don't go away.
I'm with Sandpaper here, and as usual, I've got great news for you. It's that time once again to hear from the next generation of Nigerians. In November 2022, out of 121 students in Lagos, 13-year-old Tamvita Kaushik walked away with 1 million naira. In March 2022, it was 14-year-old Ruth Okorocha. Now, who will it be in May? The I Beg to Differ debate tournament is back on the 9th day of May with 16 new debaters from 243 phenomenal students in Lagos, with 17 new debate topics carefully selected by Nigeria Info FM. And on Children's Day, we'll do what we always do and end it with one winner, 1 million naira. Catch all the action Mondays to Thursdays at 4 p.m. on Hard Facts with Sandra Ezekwesili on 99.3 Nigeria Info FM. For partnership and sponsorship opportunities, send an email to ibegtodiffer@nigeriainfo.fm. That is ibegtodiffer@nigeriainfo.fm.
We report, you decide. Topical conversations that matter to you.
There are people for personal, religious, whatever reasons who do not want to take a vaccine. And I think they have the rights.
They cannot go to stop insecurity. It's to force people to take vaccine. Let them come and kill me. I can never take it.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Plenty people they do business, but not be everybody mean business. The people wey mean business, they know they ever say no to money, cash, card, or even transfer. These kind ones, any business opportunity, then they grab up with the full chest. And then they chook eye only on top of this way make sense. Like a people, cash flow, and how every other thing take they complete. Not be say them only know what thing that they do. They know their numbers and the mean business. With the number, you mean business. Enter our website will be www.number.com to take it for start.
Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest football fan festival in Nigeria is back. It's Goal Fest 2022. Featuring exhilarating games, food, comedy, live music by some of the best Nigerian music superstars. And you can watch the UEFA Champions League finals on a super huge screen. Goal Fest 2022 will take place on the 28th of May 2022 at the Balmoral Convention Center, Federal Palace Hotel, Amadu Bello Way, VI Lagos. Time at 12 noon. Hurry now. Limited tickets available. Get your free tickets now at www.goalfestnigeria.com. Goal Fest 2022 is powered by Football Republic and refreshed by Pepsi.
Many people are in business, but not everyone means business. The people who mean business never say no to money, cash, card, or transfer. These ones grab business opportunities with their full chest. Keep an eye on things that matter, like people, cash flow, and how it all adds up. They do not only know their onions, they know their numbers. They mean business. With Number, you mean business. Visit www.number.com, that is NOMBA, number.com, to get started.
We're back. We are back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
We have 4 minutes to the top of the hour. Let's take some comments off of Facebook. Loyal Isaiah says, we live in a state of nature where everything is done in a nasty way. Both of them are wrong. Rochas should have come out to address them. And since he refused, EFCC should have waited for him at the screening venue and arrested him afterwards. What a shame. Ike Chukwuonwe says, Sandra, must we break the law to fight corruption? As long as I would have every corrupt politician arrested and prosecuted, turning them in like that without a warrant is breaking the law. This was how this administration started, and we applauded them. And today, the government cannot obey any law. All right, Joel in Ikbaja with that message there. Ilobe says, the people way full Okorocha house don't collect their money. Those police for use Koboko wipe all of them. Wow. Sunday Osikilo says, I didn't see anything wrong here. If it were him that robbers steal money from and he had robbers as in armed robbers. Oh, if it were him that robbers stole money from and he had an information that the robbers are living somewhere, won't he order the security operatives to go and arrest them? Everybody just they use power for this country. All right. Emmanuel Christopher says Rochas deserved this treatment because he's proving to be above the law. Alex Morgan says, why didn't Okorocha open his door to them when the EFCC came to his house? Shame on him. Aziz Adeola Salami says, although the senator is wrong not to honor their invite, but what is wrong will always be wrong. There is no other way to look at it. This is illegal. This is illegal breaking. So long the person in question is not a hardened criminal or an armed robber, he's a senator, for crying out loud. All right. We've got other messages that we can look at here. There's quite a number of messages. My God, there's really no way I can get through all of those messages. But if you missed the story on Rochas Okorocha, you've not seen the videos for yourself, we're playing it again for you on our live stream.
Hey! Nice. Get out! Come on!
You don't have to push me, sir, please. You want to shoot me?
Again, I have to ask, was there need for gunshots and storming through his roof? I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. We've got the business news coming your way in a few seconds. After that, let's take a look at the journeys of Esther Bewaji and Hamid Olarinwaju. Who do you think will win our 1 million naira at the end of tomorrow's tournament?
It's 4 o'clock.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's